This is Independent Talk here on Power 106 FM. I'm Althea McKenzie, and we are waiting to have our Farm Talk discussion. But before we get to this discussion with Senator Norman Grant, certainly want to extend my condolences to the family of the late Horace Phillips. Horace was a gentleman with whom we worked here at Power 106 FM from time to time on a number of projects, and I know that he will be greatly missed, and his brutal murder really quite shocking to those of us who knew him. And Horace was a consultant with the Jamaica Tourist Board, and more recently he really had been doing quite a bit of work in terms of Experience Jamaica. Senator, good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Althea. Salute all the farmers across the length and breadth of Jamaica. I say good morning to them, our true heroes, and morning to you. I'd like to just join quickly on behalf of the Jamaica Agricultural Society and the Dembe Agricultural Show community to join in expressing our condolence in really hear of the tragic passing of Horace. He was on board with us at the last Dembe show. He was very critical to get the tourism segment back through the linkage up, and in fact he was quite excited about going forward. He has been a member and a part of the Dembe show committee for last year, and we're really saddened by his passing. Yes. And we express our condolence to his family.
You know, Senator, it could have been just about a week and a half ago or so I spoke with him, because he was working on a medical mission that is coming to Jamaica, and as usual just working to ensure that he gets the help from his media partners. So really quite tragic, his death.
In fact, he was there, but he was actually leading the involvement of the tourism sector again for Dembe 2015, as the success for 2014 was so overwhelming that he had indicated that from the tourism sector they wanted to even put a permanent pavilion on the showground where the tourism sector would always participate. We will ignite the energies and ensure that his wishes will be realized.
Okay, Senator. We turn our attention now to the trip that you made recently to Japan. It was a 4-H Clubs conference held in Japan recently. First of all, give us a little bit of a background to the conference.
Well, I just mentioned a one line, Althea, because I need to do some briefing. And I think we need to come back and talk
about the conference,
about it in full. But it was Korea. It was the first global 4-H network summit held in the world, aimed at moving the total clubites across the world, 4-H clubites, aiming to move that from 7.2 million to 25 million by 2025. The 4-H movement has a strong impact on the development of our youth, and we think creating opportunity and enhancing the youth can help to change our local communities, change our country, and in fact change the world.
All right,
so it was 50 countries, and it was very impactful. And I'll come back to talk to you about the details of it.
A little later on. So we turn our attention now to the fact that you're having the launch of the 11th anniversary of the Eat Jamaican campaign today at the JS head office.
Yes, that's particularly very important. Our Honourable Minister, Honourable Derek Kelly, he will be exercising his first duty for the Jamaica Agricultural Society been since his new appointment, official appointment, and we'd like to place on record once more our congratulations to him and his junior minister for being assigned to lead the thrust in the agriculture sector at this very important time, and we commit our support and our cooperation to him. We're excited by certainly continuing the work with him. So it will be the 11th anniversary of the Eat What We Grow campaign under the theme Grow What We Eat, Eat What We Grow, and we continue with the sub-theme Agriculture Going for Growth. Importantly so, because we think that agriculture still remains the bedrock of the Jamaican economy. It's also important to note that today the Minister will also launch November as Eat Jamaican Day.
Eat Jamaican Month.
Eat Jamaican Month, I'm sorry. Eat Jamaican Month. Recall when we launched the campaign 11 years ago in 2003, the emphasis was really to indicate that eating Jamaican is an healthy choice.
Yes.
That we needed to re-establish the fact that Jamaica is an agricultural country, and that our richest heritage really rests from our rural communities. To note the importance of the Jamaican cuisine culture, to transform agriculture as a career option and integrate rural development. So we are pretty excited, yes, about the 11th celebration. One of the plank of the campaign was in the whole process of promoting agriculture, rural development, food festivals, engaging youth, the whole question of job creation. We would, in the process, reposition the Jamaica Agriculture Society as a viable and relevant farmers organization, adding values to our membership. So it will be a tremendous month for celebration. This morning we launch the month, and we launch the 11th anniversary of the campaign. On Sunday, we'll have a Thanksgiving service at the New Beulah Moravian Church in Manchester, and that starts at 10 a.m.
And I should let other listeners know that we will be, Power 106 FM will be there with my Sunday morning program.
Yes, indeed. So we can connect all of Jamaica and, in fact, the world as well. We'll have an Eat Jamaican exposition on November 25th, which is the day. And this year it will be held at the Jamaica 4-H Club's lawn, 95 Old Hope Road in Kingston. We also have an essay competition, which is being sponsored by COK Cooperative Credit Union and the JAS, the Ministry of Agriculture, and the 4-H Club, because what we are trying to do is to reach out to the schools, and the topic will, why is it important to eat local, and what does that do to the Jamaican economy? Interesting.
I want to pause there for a minute, because the importance of eating local is quite critical. But I know that there's still a lot of work to do, Senator. If we take a look at the food import bill, which has not been reduced in the way that we would want to see that bill come down, it means that there's still a lot of work to be done. Why are people not eating more of what is produced locally, you think?
Yes. Let me just make this point, then answer that question, Althea. One, we have two classes in the essay competition, 9 to 13 and 14 to 18. In the class 9 to 14, the winner will get the Roger Clark Eat Jamaican Essay Competition trophy, because we're doing that in his honor to remember him for his contribution. Let me say two things in answering that question. When we launched the campaign in 2003, our food import bill was somewhere in the region of $486 million US. Back in 2002, yes, the 2004 it was in excess of $520 million US. By 2005 it was 602. So if you do a weighted average growth, you're talking about 100, just less than 80 million per annum. If you go in 2000, in the year 2000, our import bill was 229 million. So between 2000, 2001, 2002, the growth rate was somewhere in the region of 100 million. Since the campaign was launched, it has been reduced over the 10 years to a weighted average of 60 million. My view is that we are not eating enough Jamaican. We need to certainly look on more import substitution. The whole question, the discussion around chicken meat is one example. We have turned around the Irish potato production, where 3 years ago we were actually importing 90%. Now 90% has been produced. But the point I want to make out is that we have made progress. If we did not have the massive campaign, the sensitization, I think that this food import bill would not be 1 billion. It would have ballooned. Yes?
Out of control.
It would be out of control. And the production statistics also act out that fact that the growth of our local production between 2003 and 2013 is up by 20%. The question is, yes, we are growing, but in fact we can do a lot more, and that is why we're intensifying the thrust to eat what we grow and grow what we eat.
The response though of communities really going to be very critical, and I think you would have to pull together people from all 14 parishes to make this work. That network that you have out there, how effective is it in terms of getting the message out?
It is an absolutely effective network that has been proven and tested. For example, in the exposition we will have the JAS parishes right across the island doing a display. Manchester will be doing Irish potato, Clarendon the Sheen, St. Catherine sweet potato, Kingston and St. Andrew exotic fruits and vegetables. St. Thomas will be coconut and agri-parks co-op. Portland breadfruit, St. Mary banana and plantain and pineapple, St. Anne June plum and carrot, Trelawney yams, St. James pumpkins, another pork, Westmoreland red peas and sorrel, St. Elizabeth cassava. And we have rather on board there as well. We have the 4-H club. We have the churches. We have private sector organizations. So it's really a call to action to produce more, because we feel that that there's huge potential exponentially to grow our production, to create more jobs for people, and just for us to eat healthier, for us to live longer, and therefore it's a call to action to all Jamaicans that it's time for us to really up the strategy to improve the quality of our food, which the campaign has addressed, to improve the quantity of our food. We have a big opportunity in the school feeding program, as well. So it's really trying to change culture from youth straight through the channel as we seek to reposition agriculture in a big way.
All right, Senator, thank you very much for having joined us, and we look forward to having conversation with you about that Japan trip. Thanks much.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. And just to say, all Jamaican, let us this November, the hotels, the restaurants, there's their promotion in the supermarkets as well. Let's connect the growth of agriculture, the well-being of our farmers, to just a better quality life for individuals, our rural citizens, and just all Jamaica as well.
All right. Thanks, Senator. Take care. Senator Norman Grant there, President of the Jamaica Agricultural Society. We take the break. When we come back, we're joined by Dr. Pernell Bell, psychologist.